Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can. Go ahead,
Okay.
Zachary.
Are you tired of your dad's old beat up shoes laying around the house? Does seeing those childhood pants in your closet from when you were 12 make you want to die? Well, worry no more, because with Habitat, we turn your old clothes into something brand new. Simply download our app and find one of our nearest locations for drop off, or we'll come to you and pick it up from your door. It's super easy. After we have your old lame clothes, our super awesome radical designers will revamp them and turn them into some cool new clothes, which you can buy back. Or you can donate them to be upcycled into blankets, bags, and more. You know, if you have a heart and you love charity. But on a more serious note, over 15 million tons of used textile waste is generated each year in the United States, and this number is still growing every single year. On top of that, synthetic clothing can take up to 200 years to decompose, which is super bad for the environment. And sadly, Bambi and many of his furry wildlife friends will die, unless we do something about it. But don't worry, we've solved this. And our CEO, Comfort, will tell you how.
Thank you, Zachary. The annual impact of one household's trash clothes is the same as the water needed to fill 1,000 tubs and the carbon pollution from driving a modern car for 6,000 miles. But with Habitat, we can reverse this and save the planet one household at a time. So here's our mobile app. We've made it quick and simple to use. First, simply gather your unwanted clothing. Then open our app and find your nearest Habitat drop-off location and request for pickup. You can also click the Shop tab and browse through Habitat's signature upcycled items. Or if you want your own custom clothing item made out of your unwanted garments, visit our Designers tab and browse through a variety of verified Habitat artists and designers. And I know what you're thinking, and yes, the designers do get commissioned. And to top it off, for every 5 items sold, we will donate an exclusive Habitat blanket to various homeless shelters across the US. Customers can also visit the Learn More tab for more information on our mission and our chosen homeless shelters. So now that I've walked you through our app, our CMO, Sonia, will now discuss our marketing strategy.
Thank you. So who's our target market and how will we reach them? Habitat targets urban Gen Z and millennials aged 18 to 32 because 60% of them are more inclined to buy from sustainable clothing brands and 80% of them utilize social media platforms. We would get our target audience to buy from our app and stores by reaching them through various social media platforms to spread the word. Creating an online presence through TikTok and YouTube, as well as collaborations with influencers, would also help boost our brand into a bigger spotlight. In the future, we plan to collaborate with upscale designers to bring awareness to our cause. Our company has a heart and takes corporate social responsibility seriously, so we strive to help their local community as much as possible. Our philanthropic goal at Habitat is to donate a custom-made blanket to various homeless shelters for every 5 purchases made from our site. By buying local, you are able to help reduce the carbon footprint as well. Next, our COO, Lineya, will discuss our competition.
Thanks, Sonia. So now you're probably wondering, what makes us different from our competitors? Unlike these companies which promote fast fashion and pollute our environment by releasing harmful toxins, Habitat is unique because we revamp old clothes into brand new things, which reduces our impact on the environment while also providing people with trendy new clothing items and essentials such as blankets and towels. The fashion industry is the second most polluting industry globally, and upcycling clothes are not common in online clothing companies. Companies like Etsy and Depop do their part in reselling clothes to individuals. However, these companies do not exclusively upcycle their customers' garments, nor do they provide a venue for customization and collaboration with designers of their choice. Habitat is an environmentally friendly and quick and easy way for people to revamp and recycle their clothing items. Now, I'll be handing it over to our CFO, Denise, who will discuss our company's cost structures.
Thank you for that, Lineya. So I'll be going over our cost structure and how we plan on generating profit. One part of our revenue will come from Habitat's merchandise sales, and the other part will come from charging commission percentage fees on each custom designer sale. In turn, our revenue will then help us maintain our warehouse rent costs, server space, employee wages, and other miscellaneous costs. As for the customer, they can choose to purchase from a selection of clothing ranging from $25 to $125. So now that I've interpreted our cost structure, Zach, take it away.
Thanks, Denise. And as you can see here, this is our amazing team and our advisor. And we've worked super hard on this app to save the world so that Bambi and his friends can stay alive. So what are you waiting for? Download Habitat today. We've also attached a link in the chat so that you can check out the app yourself. And we will now open the floor for any questions you all might have.
Thank you. You have 5 minutes for questions.
Great job, everyone. So my question is, how will you guys find designers to customize these products? And how does the cost structure look like for that?
I can take that one. The way we're reaching out to designers is through social media, such as Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. We're gonna reach out, invite them to be Habitat designers, and that way they can expand their platform through us while making commission off of whatever they sell. How it works is they'll make about 40% out of, or they'll keep about 40% out of whatever the customer pays for. And yeah, that's how we commission them.
Yeah, and to branch off on that, it's gonna tie into like the marketing aspect of it. So these people that we are having a collaboration with, they usually have like a social media platform already and some type of follower base. So therefore, because they have a follower base, we are able to get the word out on our sustainable clothing brand as well. So it's like kind of both wins at once too.
Thank you.
Awesome job, y'all. I have a question as well. So you mentioned warehouses for the clothes. How are you all setting up the warehouses across the country to ensure that, you know, you have room to store these clothes, but also as clothes are selling, there's a place for them to stay to if, you know, maybe the sales are slowing down?
I can take this question. So we're planning on starting small. So we're going to start with one warehouse, and we plan on putting different locations in, first starting off in big cities because that's where they're most dense. So we plan on starting off with one warehouse, and in that warehouse, we will, that's where we will store all our Habitat signature items that we ship out from. We will also, in that warehouse, that's where all the donations of clothes that people ship to us will go. And that's where we sort them out. And that's where our designers, our Habitat signature designers will come in and design and work on our signature items.
Awesome, thanks.
You all did a really great job on this. Do you plan on continuing to work on it? And I ask because, well, good job on the prototype. I already signed up and I've been clicking through and it looks really good. But secondly, so I'm very familiar with this area. A friend of mine actually founded a company called Good Fair, and basically the US produces so much clothing waste that we ship it to other continents, right? To Africa and to Southeast Asia, and then they have to deal with it. So this is a great solution for that. And if you are interested in moving this forward, I'd be happy to introduce you to him and see if that's, you know, at least provide mentorship and some guidance on what they can do, because they also get more clothing than they can use. And they were looking for a solution like this because they can't do it themselves. It's not their core business. But secondly, like, you know, thinking about either strategic partnerships or an exit strategy. For instance, I could also see ThreadUp being a potential, you know, company to exit to. Have you thought about that?
Yes, we were actually talking about that before. We would definitely be interested in continuing this. The only issue would be a question of funding. If we were able to raise the funds, then yes, we would definitely continue.
So in the terms of funding, then I would dig into your financials more. I know that you didn't have that much time to go through that over the hackathon weekend, but I'm really looking at how much are your salaries going to be, because I know for 19% for your internal team, for your operations makes sense. But when you're thinking about designers and compensation, how much is that going to eat into your overhead? And then, you know, with the storage and the facilities, and what does that, you know, 30-something% of other actually mean? But please reach out to me if you do continue and if you'd like mentorship along the way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay, guys. Judges, is there any last questions or are we good? Okay, I think we're good. So thank you so much, Team 3. You guys did an amazing job. Great work on this demo app. Like, that's insane to do in 4 days. So great work. And why don't you guys leave the room and go back to the main session, and Amanda can put you back in a breakout room if you want to debrief. And then judges, go ahead and start scoring. But thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank